here in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Tennessee Titans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two. About that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Here's Breida. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
82.
shotgun now for Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
82. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Flush to his right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be fielded at the 17. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Finding some room at midfield. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Myers now to kick it away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That foul and no reward.
Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Lion, lion, lion. Ram, ram, ram.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bills are in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Now it's Crowder.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Dontari Poe in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, the offense will cover this one up back at the 5-yard line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Space to maneuver at the 40. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Yeah, man, it's caught inside the 10. And that one results in 35 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson eluding the pressure right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Target. Reset. Come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And McManus able to put it through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? You made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And now out come the Bills. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Collins. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Wentz now on 1st down. On the crossing route, complete. That's Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Collins looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Wentz going to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Wentz. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. A give. This is Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Come on now. Oh, come on now. Let's go. Lance. Great 15. Great 15. Run.
Now Wentz. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
81.
To throw is Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now another timeout here called by the Titans, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Out come the Titans now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Manage it.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Come back, come back.
On second down, here's Watson. It's caught. Baldwin. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The final shot before the break. Watson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Back to throw, Watson. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Richmond. Check. Fresno.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Hey. Richmond. Reset.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. They come out here in the eye. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They get it to him running left. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run it with Kamara. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Richmond.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And McManus able to put it through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go. Run.
Wentz now to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Wentz. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Couldn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. First down, Titans, gain of 12. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On first down, Watson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On the ground, Kamara. They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Richmond. Blackburn and I feel it.
From the red zone now, Watson. He'll buy some time right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Doug Baldwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. McManus's point after is good, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. This is Breida, and he'll get this up to about the 40. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
82.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The Bills send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And the Titans getting set to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now Kamara. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Vontaze Burfict the one to get him down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Kamara, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Watson, off play action. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. The Titans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Watson now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Trying the left side with Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Come back.
And the blitz does come. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage.
Reset.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Hey, we got 4 down. Tiger. Reset. Wide, get wide. Here we go, check him up. Check his goal.
He's going to get it running right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
We got 3, fellas.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Staying on his feet. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal.
Richmond. Tiger.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. fighting through. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Shorty. Come on.
Back to throw. Drops it underneath for Collins. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. They run with Breida. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Nifty move. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Lion.
He's back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The Bills on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Good chip.
They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Thomas. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
Now there's the timeout, signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And his kick here is good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run it again with Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. First throw in OT for Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, so close but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's 4th down. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage, or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Now Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
First throw of overtime for Wentz. That's caught by Meredith right side. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.